Hi everyone! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to share that I just led another session for the ZPE Connect group. ZPE Connect is the online support community created by Zero Proof Experiences. That's the same group that puts on the amazing Sober in the City events that I love. I just attended the most recent one in May in Scottsdale, Arizona. So they created this online supportive community to really continue those connections that we do make at the Sober in the City events that are in person. So ZPE Connect, the whole point is they really focus on this concept called "We're alcohol free, now what?" And the group is really there to foster connection, inspiration, and just share tools to help us all thrive in our amazing alcohol-free lives. And this year I joined as a facilitator, and I get to facilitate on Thursdays about once a month. And I have had so much fun doing this in 2025. Really have just loved it. I get to bring my my love of science and the nervous system, and my my personal and professional experience as a gray area drinking coach, into these sessions. I get to really choose my topics, and so I just have so much fun with them. And I love to bring a topic that is just relatable for real life and also has some science behind it. And because we're in July and we've got the summer vibes going, I was thinking about, this concept of, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. There's a hashtag called Rosé All Day. And, so now that, this group, myself and these ladies, we don't drink anymore. We're not going to be sitting around, doing rosé all day. So I thought, how can we reframe that? So I said, let's reframe rosé all day into play your way. So play is such a great topic because, it's about having fun. And it's actually really good for the brain. So it was a topic for me to where I could share, real life, ways that we can have fun. And then also the science behind it. There has been so much neuroscience research and research from the Polyvagal Theory world as well to really show and prove how beneficial play is. And, it's so I got to really share about how play helps with our brain. It helps with a growth mindset. It helps with neuroplasticity, which is how the brain learns. It helps us relieve stress, mitigate cravings. It also, play has also been proven to help us handle, the unexpected things that come up in life. So it helps us handle stress and just be more adaptable and more flexible. It helps us get away from perfectionism too. That was something that one of the ladies brought up, which I thought was a great point. And then she brought up the hashtag progress over perfection. And, there's so many ways to play, really. And, the world is your oyster. When it comes to play. And, one of the reasons too that I loved bringing this topic is, I'm all about elevating my life now that alcohol is out of the picture, and doing things that are, considered play has just really just benefited me so much. And now that I am doing things for play that don't have alcohol, I'm still getting like a high, so to speak, but it's a natural high, because play can really boost dopamine, and that can boost our motivation, and it helps to really boost our reward and pleasure circuits in our brain. So I love that in my alcohol-free life, now that I've done so much healing around the brain, and engaging in things like play, I just have so much enjoyment from these natural highs. And some examples for me of how I get a natural high would be chasing sunsets, paddleboarding. Oh my God, I think paddleboarding is definitely one of my top. I could literally paddleboard, all day long. I love it. I zen out. I also talked about a flow state, and how a flow state really encourages, it activates both branches of our nervous system. You get a little bit of sympathetic, like that energy to kind of do the activity, and then our parasympathetic, which is our rest and digest, because it helps you foster this sense of feeling calm and regulated. I also got to talk about one of my favorite hand models of the brain, or Dr. Dan Siegel's hand model of the brain, and how play, like if our lid is flipped, meaning our prefrontal cortex has left the building and we're being run by our animal brain, how play can really help bring the prefrontal cortex back online and really help us feel calm and regulated. So I just wanted to share that was such a lovely experience. And if you're interested in checking out ZPE Connect, please, I will, reach out to me. I will also tag them below. As a facilitator, I can invite guests to join for free. So I had some people come today that I invited, and they engaged and joined right in, which was really exciting. And all you have to do is, reach out to me, reply maybe to my most recent email, sign up for my email list, of course, if you're not on it. And or go to my contact page and leave me a message and say, hey, how can I attend a ZPE meeting for free? I would love to see you, and I would love to have you there. As always, I want to thank you for watching this video and for taking this journey with me, and I'm rooting for you.